Hello, YouTube land. This is going to be a part two of a video of pickups that I purchased at the recent Tennessee State Numismatic Society coin show in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It was the first weekend in March. And I've already done part one, where we went over the silver coins that I had picked up at the show. And then coming up next, I'll have part three, where I go over some of the base metal pickups from the show. But this video is going to focus on some British uncirculated sets. We see three of them on the screen already. And there was a particular dealer who had was offered to buy out a collector, and he saw one thing that he really, really liked. It was a set of, I believe, 2012, whatever year the London Olympics were. That year, Britain made a series of 29 Olympic coins, 50 pence pieces. And if you had purchased the entire set from the mint, then you got a completion medallion. And so he said the completion medallion by itself was the toughest to find, because you could only get that when you purchased the complete set to get the 30th token to go with the 29 coins. And so he said he was able to get that for pretty much everything he purchased from this particular person. Just that one uncirculated, the one completion medallion was worth more than he paid for everything. So that meant for me, everything else that he had for sale was at a bargain. And so we are going to look at three different uncirculated British sets, and then a couple of other things that I picked up from him. And the three sets that I have out on the screen have a book value of about $115, and I paid $15 for everything that you see here today. So first thing I noticed about this set is it comes in this envelope that has the gray cover on it. We pull it out. And the 2006 set features a $2 coin that features the Victoria's Cross, which is, I guess, a Medal of Valor given by the monarch to someone who has done something great. But there's also coins celebrating the life of Isambard Kingdom Brunel, and I'm not familiar with this person until now, so I hope that I am pronouncing the name correctly. So we flip this set over, and we get a look at the coins. And I mentioned that I bought the set that I'm holding right here for $3. I didn't need the penny or the 2 pence, 5, 10, 20. These are pretty much standard. So the winners here are going to be first the two 50 pence pieces. We have a 50 cent of the cross medallion with the VC, and has a kind of a drawing of the cross. And then this 50 cent piece is commemorating. It shows a soldier who is carrying away a wounded soldier with a background of the cross. And this one represents a soldier doing something to earn that particular cross. In the middle here, we have a bridge design on the £1 coin. Then on the £2 coin, we have Engineer Brunel, that was mentioned on the other side. And then this coin also features Brunel, and it's some of the architecture works that he is responsible for. So as we open it up, there is a little art card that kind of comes in it that has a drawing of the Victoria Cross. This particular year was the 150th anniversary, and has a drawing of the cross. On the other side, we have Isambard Brunel, the 20th anniversary of his birth date, and I Like the Steam Train, which is shown on here. As we open this up further, we see the heads side of the coin, and it's, of course, going to be Queen Elizabeth with the portrait that they're using at the time with the tiara head. This little piece right here is the only description that we have of the Egyptian art. If you want to pause the screen right here and take a look at that, now is your chance. We'll also pause you can pause the screen for this section on the 150th anniversary of the Victoria Cross. Mentions the most recent person to win that award was Private Johnson Beharry, the Princess of Wales Royal Regiment. On this part, we have a larger section describing Engineer Brunel. Here we have divided into two parts. Let me scoot that back so the entire card fits on the screen. And then again, this is the last page on this one, and we have the card, and again, neat drawing of a steam train on there. So I certainly thought that was worth $3, and of course in just exchange value, that was over £7 in exchange value. That's worth more than $3. That's worth closer to about $8 or $9 just in exchange value. But of course, the numismatic value is a lot more than that. That particular set, I think, retailed for £30 and is now worth $60. And this one also originally sold for $30 or £25 and is now worth $30. So it's still neat, but doesn't have quite as many people looking to get it as the last one. But in this 2005 set, we have, of course, the castle, or the Big Ben, they're showing on the front. We flip the coins over, and again, we have the same 1, 2, 5, 10, 20 pieces. We'll see more about the £1 bridge here. The £2 is the one of the highlights of this set. It has the 400th anniversary of I believe it's called the Gunmaker plot. And of course, there's a card on the inside that describes it. There was no description of this £2 coin, so that might be the standard design that they had used for a few years. This 50 pence was also the standard design. And then the one right here, it actually has the number 50, and then a dictionary description, 50 adjective, pence, plural of penny, from the Johnson's Dictionary 1755. So that celebrates the Johnson Dictionary. Again, as we flip it over, we see the portrait of the Queen. These are all going to look the same as the last set. So here is the pull-out card. Remember the 5th of November. And they're shooting off fireworks there. And not sure if there's anything... that might be the same as the bridge that was on the 1 pence coin. We'll open it up and see. On this page, we have just a kind of a simple description. This collection contains 3 new reverse designs for 2005. We're going to start with the 50 pence coin, and here we have Samuel Johnson, Englishman of letters and lexicographer. And this describes the dictionary that he had created and was on the 50 pence coin. Then on this section, we have the Menai Bridge, designed by engineer Thomas Telford. Joins the island of Anglesey to the Welsh mainland. But then the one that I thought was the most interesting was the 400th anniversary of the Gunpowder plot. And this is the close... I've been told that in Britain they have something that, when you look at all the fireworks, instead of having a 4th of July, of course they don't have a 4th of July in Britain, instead they celebrate Guy Fawkes Day. And this is a drawing of Guy Fawkes, and if you've ever seen a picture of him, you would probably recognize the Halloween mask that is often designed of him. So this was the 400th anniversary of his attempt to blow up Parliament with the Gunpowder plot, which was stopped. And so they honor how his plan was foiled every year in November, and that was the 400th anniversary of that. So that was the 2005 Uncirculated set. As we go to something even older, here is the 1995 Uncirculated set, and this one had a etched, looks like a British flag, but is missing a color off of that. I'm not sure what the significance of that is, but as we open it up for the Uncirculated coin collection, we have some of the horseback guards here. This time, as we look at the reverse, we have, again, standard designs of the 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, and the 50. This year, they still had a different £1 coin pretty much every year. And then here is the specialty coin, is the £2 specialty coin. And as we look over to this side, it describes the £2 coin as the end of World War II in 1945. So this was the 50th anniversary of VE Day. It has the description of that. On this side, we have the, of course, the head side of all these. It's a different portrait than the other one that they were using in 1995, where she was wearing a crown. So a little bit of a younger portrait. And then over on the right-hand side, we have the description of the Welsh Dragon £1 coin that was used in 1995. Flip over to the back. You see this pretty common with a lot of mint sets around the world, is a design, or it gives kind of a basic fact sheet of all the coins in the set. And let's see if there's anything I missed inside there. There is not. It did come with an invitation to join the Royal Mint Club. I'm guessing that is out of date, or at least not active in, can't send that in from the United States. But here is a card describing peace and restoration. Again, the 50th year anniversary of VE Day. And again, here's another description of the Red Welsh Dragon on here. So that is the 1995 Welsh Dragon set. So far, each of these three pieces that I purchased was only $3. I did get a couple of smaller pieces. He had everything the same price, and I also thought this was worth $3 to me. 1952 through 2012, it's the Diamond Jubilee, and the Diamond Jubilee is the 60th anniversary of Queen Elizabeth being the monarch of Britain. We open the flap here, and there is a drawing of the other monarch to make it to a Diamond Jubilee. That is, of course, Queen Victoria in 1897. And so we have a description here. Here at the top corner, we have a logo of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee. Come around to the back, and it has a description of some of the interesting coins made by the Mint over the years. I only have maybe one or two of these that are shown. I have this £1 coin. I have this Canadian quarter. So that the coin itself is a the soldier on a horseback is a design that frequently appeared on British crowns and sovereigns. So I've had trouble finding any information on this piece, what it's worth. I would say that they're not calling that an actual coin. On here at the bottom, it says, well, they call it a commemorative coin, but it does not have a face value on it. They're not calling it a crown or anything like that. Apparently, this was minted by the Canadian Mint, but I haven't found really anything to verify that. But I did think it was an interesting piece that I thought was worth $3. One more British piece here is a 50 pence coin. A little booklet also produced by the British Mint. 50th anniversary of the D-Day landings, 50 pence commemorative coin. So it's going to talk about the Normandy campaign. We have a little pullout here that describes some of the facts about the Normandy invasion and the Allied Expeditionary Force. Here we have a drawing of the coin, and as we flip it around here, bring that closer to the camera. This 50 pence coin, we see multiple planes at the top, which are supporting the boats at the bottom, representing the soldiers who were storming the beach at that time. We flip it around, we see the same obverse that we saw of Queen Elizabeth on that most recent set. So I thought this was also an unusual design. We have a little snippet on Churchill here on the back. So those were the 5 British pickups that I got at the show. While I was there, I also got, for the fun of it, only because I didn't have one, this is the 2017 U.S. Presidential $1 proof set. There are 4 coins in here. This was the first year they did that, Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison. I paid $4.50 for this. I'm sure at the time it sold for a lot more. And if they discount it anymore, you might as well just crack it open and spend the dollar coins, because it has such a tiny premium over just the face value of these coins. And I am slowly trying to put together a set, but now that it's 10 years after the fact, these are easy to come by, and apparently this first year that they made these was so cheap. So I've now got 3 of the proof sets. And it just, I was looking at another dealer, I saw this, I was like, I can't pass it up for $4.50, but that is about what it's going for. It comes with the certificate of authenticity, just so it will help retain its value, haha. And I do like the drawing on the back. I do have, like I said, a couple other proof sets, but none that came, that still had the box or the COA with it. So I hope you like this video of, well, except for this last piece, it was all British items. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.